Take a moment and just begin to arrive on your mat. Connecting into the body, connecting into your heart. Noticing what's alive for you right here and now as you begin to soften the arches in your feet, wiggle out your toes. Nice soft bend into the knees and just maybe kind of like shake out, wiggle out any of the energy still alive in the body. And then find some stillness. Closing down the eyes, softening your gaze, help brings your attention inward as you begin to just observe. From a place of curiosity, as if you've never practiced before, how would you show up on your mat today? Maybe you choose to take a body scan physically. Maybe you take a scan emotionally. Maybe it's mentally. Where are you at? What is ready to be alchemized and transformed for you in this session today? There's no right or wrong. You just show up and allow the breath and the movement to do the work. Intentionally staying present. Once you found that stillness, see if you can find some length throughout your spine, arms nice and gentle down by your side, crown of the head reaching up towards the heavens as you just connect. Just in the stillness, seeing what is present for you. Not trying to force anything, just in this moment, what might you be experiencing? Is there a story, some conditioning, a belief that's ready to be transformed, something that's no longer useful for you? What might that be? Hearing the sound of the music, my voice, anchor into what you hear in the space that you are in. Maybe a fan blowing, you hear some people talking, cars driving by. What is it that you hear? With your eyes closed, you might not see anything but darkness. If your eyes are slightly opened, you might see some light and some color, but connect into your vision. What you see in reality, maybe even in your mind's eye. Taste the saliva in your mouth, something you just ate or drank. What do you taste right now? You feel the soles of your feet on your mat. Maybe you gently caress your hands on your thighs, index fingers and thumb rub together as you just connect kinesthetically to the sensation of touch. And then lastly, smell. What do you smell in this moment? The air, a fragrance, laundry detergent, deodorant. What do you smell? And all five senses just bring us deeper into this moment, deeper into the present. Allowing yourself to just allow all of your senses to be activated right now. Because the only moment in time that matters is the here and the now. And with that, you begin to observe the breath entering and leaving your body without changing it. Notice your breath. Notice what it feels like. Notice the texture of your breath. Does it feel rigid and choppy? Does it feel smooth and moving with ease? Does your breath land in your body anywhere specific? Can you feel it moving down into your belly? Does it get trapped in the throat, in the chest? Does your breath maybe have a color that you just know? Maybe you don't see it, but you just know that today your breath is. And then now that you're familiar with the breath on how it's starting, you're able to move from this point. So just the sensations in the body that are running through your nervous system, your mind, your heart. And let's start to bring in a deeper prana, your life force energy. Allow all of the stale, stagnant energy to release out of your belly. Get empty. Lips to seal, slow, deep inhale in through the nose. Feel the belly expand, feel the ribs expand, feel the breath get fully, fully big in the body, and pause. Open the mouth, audible exhale, sigh it out, let it go. At the bottom, lips come to seal, and you take another breath in, slower, deeper in through the nose. How much oxygen can you allow into the body? Maybe this time you draw your breath to the crown of the head and you pause. Open the mouth, audible exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Awesome. Third and final of this round at empty, even give it a little squeeze. And then take the biggest breath you've taken all day. Where would you need to breathe? What would you need to move out of the way? How can you let that fresh oxygen truly aliven you from within? At the top, you pause, thinking that you're full. Extra sip in, a little bigger, a little wider. Open the mouth, audible exhale, sigh it out, let it go. And then you're going to let the breath return back to its natural pace, flowing in and out of the nose, creating a circular breath, whatever that means to you. And with that, we join hands to heart center, thumbs pressing in against the sternum. You take a bow in reverence to this moment and welcome in an intention for your practice. What brought you to your mat? One word, a short phrase to help keep you anchored, not just while you're on your mat, but also while you're out living your everyday life. The practice of yoga just allows us to be more connected here to then again replicate all of this same sensation out into the everyday world. It starts with presence. Allow whatever came to mind first to be your intention. If nothing comes to mind, let's use just that presence. How can you be more present on your mat, in your practice, with yourself? At any moment where you feel distracted, how can you bring yourself back into the present by just connecting to your breath? And in any moment where the pose becomes challenging or your breath becomes really hard to move, staying present in those moments as well. Whatever you choose to be your intention, let's seal it in with a breath. In through the nose. Wide mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Awesome. Eyes flutter open and you bring some movement into the body, starting to open up the chest and the shoulders. Beginning to connect to the breath as you move each and every direction. Opposite direction, a little wider and bigger. Arms start to move, chest starts to open, maybe even rock the head a little bit. Shoulders relax. And then give it a nice good shake. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Start to bring energy in motion. Again, starts to circulate a little bit easier once it's already in momentum versus just stopping and starting. We are just keeping the flow going. From here, your feet are going to be anchored back, hips width distance apart. Reach out towards the edges of the space, long through the fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, right arm swings behind, left comes to meet it. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest and roll left ear, left shoulder. Angling your chin up and around, finding that sticky space, breathing from the side of the ear all the way down in through your shoulder blade. Staying for a full breath in and out. Beautiful. Back through center, coming to a neutral neck. Release the arms and just shake it out. Notice the right and the left feels a little different. Inhale, arms out wide. Exhale, left arm swings behind, right comes to meet it. Create a bind or just let the arm hang out down by your side. Breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest and right ear, right shoulder this time. Finding that sticky space from the back of the ear down through the shoulder blade on this side. Once you found it, taking a breath or two there. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Back through center, coming to a neutral neck and releasing the arms, letting it go. For a back bend, hands coming to the small of your back, fingertips towards the earth. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Tuck the tail, support your lower back. Core is tight. Gaze is neutral. Take a breath in. Exhale, go ahead and press the hands into the hips for a back bend. Gaze works its way up to your edge, wherever that place is, staying with the breath. We pause at the top, whatever that place is for you. We take a lion's breath. Let the tongue hang out. Let something go. Inhale. Lion's breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Restacking the spine. Let the head be last. Arms release. Straight down by your side. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Let the upper body start to work its way down. Forward fold. First time here, nice generous bend into the knees and begin to just allow the upper body to relax, belly towards thighs. Soften through the jaw and the muscles in your face. Let the neck relax. Just allow yourself to be here for a couple moments. Tuning into the breath, noticing if you want the breath to do the work. If so, allowing yourself to just breathe and soften. If you want to add in some movement, you can grab onto opposite elbows, create some movement. Ragdoll, transferring weight side to side, starting to just move into the side body a little bit, deeper into the hamstrings and the calves. But again, tuning into what your body needs in this moment. Breath starting to shift to the outer sides, in the back of the heart. Excellent. We meet back in the center. Allow your arms to release. Halfway lift, you breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Again, just like that, halfway lift, inhale, straight spine, flat back, shoulders pulled back, core tight, forward fold, exhale. This time you come back to stand, slow and steady, restacking the spine. Let your head be last. At the top, we pause. Taking a moment when you feel stable, everything feels good. Maybe you close down the eyes just for a moment and notice what shifted for you from just a few breaths ago when you first stepped on your mat to now. Notice what's different. Notice how you feel. Ease of the breath, ease of the mind, a little more limber in the body, maybe some lightness starting to creep in. Let's take a clearing breath in through the nose. Audible exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Awesome. From here, interlace fingers behind your back, knuckles down towards the earth, opening up the chest. Gaze again is neutral and forward. Each exhale, you're just trying to create more space in the front body. Take a breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and forward fold. Second round. Head comes back down towards the earth. Maybe the fingers stay bound. If not, let them go. Option to bring knuckles towards the ceiling. Opening up the neck and the upper back. Breathing into what feels good to you. Allowing yourself to fully release and relax. Arms come down. And then again, pausing, doing the same as you did last round. Maybe you want to do something different. Pedaling out your knees. Straightening one and then the other. Getting a deeper opening in the hips, the hamstrings. Then if you want to follow along, I'm going to heavily bend through the left knee, right leg stays straight. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, deeper exhale, feeling the big stretch in the back of the right leg and outer right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left hand side. Left knee's bent, right straightens, maybe even just a hair. Really starting to breathe in, then transfer the weight up to your toes, maybe to the outside of the foot, inner foot, back to the heel. Just seeing that space where you feel even of a deeper stretch. Head relaxes, jaws soft. Breath in, out. Beautiful. You come back through center. Pedal out the knees again, reset. Then you're gonna heavily bend through left, right knee, left leg straighten, so opposite side. Same thing, halfway lift, get long. Exhale, forward fold, get a little deeper. Feel that stretch in the hamstring, outer left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right hand side. Straightening through the left leg, again playing with the weight, ball mound, center, heel, arch. Opening up, breathing, feeling the discomfort and letting your breath move that energy. Take a breath in and out. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to walk your way back through center. Let everything reset once again. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Again, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. This time you rise to stand for Tadasana. Palms to meet at heart center. And then mountain pose. Breathe in and out. Awesome. We put it all together, one breath per movement. If you want the balance challenge again, toes and heels are there to touch. If you want space between your feet, creating a little bit more stability, that is also always an option. Arms start down by our sides in mountain pose. Gaze is neutral. Smile on your face. You showed up for yourself. Take a breath in. Audible exhale, release. Beautiful. Tadasana, you inhale. Exhale, cactus. Open up the chest, shoulders back and down. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up tall. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Tadasana, you rise to stand, big tall stretch up, back to the heart, mountain pose. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful second round, lengthening, deepening each breath in and out, slowing it down just a bit as if you're moving through honey. Tadasana, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale for Tadasana, reach up tall. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. You rise to stand, big tall stretch up, back bend maybe if it feels good. Back to the heart, mountain pose. Breathe in and out. Awesome. Third and final round, option to dedicate to yourself, maybe to someone else. Beautiful. Tadasana, you breathe in. Exhale, cactus. Inhale for Tadasana, reach up tall. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Root to rise, big tall stretch up all the way through the fingertips to the heart. And mountain pose. Breathe in and out. Awesome. How we doing? Good, good? Thumbs up. Amazing. Have some water. Okay. Let's balance. I know it's only been 2 days, but I don't remember. Did we do pendulum on Tuesday or tree? We did tree, I think, right? I don't even remember. Okay, I think we're going to do pendulum today. So if you want to scoot, get yourself a chair, even if we did it on Tuesday. But I think we did tree and I prepared you guys for pendulum. That's what I did. Yeah. I gave you the foreshadowing on what we were going to do. Okay, so for pendulum, remember, time under tension. You're trying to stay in your supporting leg as much as you possibly can, anchored in through the four corners of your feet, active through the muscles. Spine is long. Even as you're moving the leg forward and back, you're just trying to keep the body as upright as possible. It's almost like the upper body is in some panes and glass. So we'll start with one-legged Tadasana. Core is tight. You're scooping your left knee, right foot is down. Left knee is coming up for one-legged Tadasana just to find your center first. Energetically, everything comes into your midline. Crown is reaching up towards the heavens. Gaze is neutral, maybe on a point that isn't moving to keep your focus. And again, that chair or that support is right next to you just in case you need it. From here, once you feel centered energetically, everything is into your midline. You're then going to go ahead and straighten through the left leg. Pendulum to the back. Squeeze the glute. Coming back through center. Knees meet. Heel to glute. Point through the toes, getting in the front of the leg. Back to a flexed foot. Pendulum, and we start back from the top. One-legged Tadasana. Straightening through the leg. Slow movements with intention. Squeezing the glute back. Coming back through center. Knees together. Heel. Point through the toes. Flex through the foot. Pendulum forward and back. And again, round one-legged Tadasana. Straightening through the leg. Right leg is starting to feel it. You can probably feel it in your glutes already. Breathe into it. Moving at your own pace with your own breath, whatever feels good. We're halfway through. Take these last ones, challenging yourself, but also listening to your body when you do need that rest. Staying for another breath just before you need to shake out the leg. Last two, one-legged Tadasana. Right leg is really starting to burn. Breathe through it. Last and final one, how slow can you go? How intentional can your movement be? Straightening through the leg, pendulum to the back. Knees together, point, flex. Back to the pendulum, and you made it. Good job. Give your right leg a good shake, pat it out. Massage the muscles in your glute and your hamstring. Give yourself a second. Wheeled in the sides and the hips. And then if you want to switch your chair to the other side, or just pop it over, we'll scoot over, anchoring into the left leg. Again, staying strong. Core is tight. Spine long. We find one-legged Tadasana, scooping the right knee up with your core. Finding your center before you get started. You can even bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you keep your hands on your hips. Remember, soft bending that supporting leg is actually going to activate your muscles a little bit more. And then we start straightening through the leg. Pendulum to the back. Through center. Knees to meet. Heel to glute. Point through the toes. Back to a flexed foot. Through center once again, one-legged Tadasana, straight leg, pendulum your way. You and your mat only, whatever feels challenging, breathe through it. Notice what comes up in the mind. Notice how you speak to yourself. See what thoughts are starting to circulate. Usually whenever we do something that challenges us, it gives us an opportunity for us to check in with what our belief systems are. Nice. Staying with the breath, staying focused. Beautiful. All right, we got last two. Left leg starting to get shaky. Starting to move with your breath with more intention. Especially when things again get hard, we tend to lose our breath. Last one, one-legged Tadasana. Best one yet. Awesome. Good work. Go ahead and give that left leg a good shake. Once you're finished, awesome. We find our way back down onto our mat. Grab some water, please, if you want, before you take a seat. And then we'll meet legs out long on your mat. Feet are floppy. Move your sits bones out of the way. Soft bend into the knees. Find length. Awesome. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest and roll your way down into a forward fold, rounded through the spine. Breathing into the lower back, outer hips and thighs, playing with the angle of your chin, and each exhale getting a little deeper into the forward fold. Breath in. and out. Amazing. Roll yourself back up into a seat. Hands come behind you, legs out long. Just give them a good little shake. Pedaling out. And then point and flex through the feet, finding some mobility into the ankles and the legs. Opposite direction. Beautiful. Pressing yourself back up into a seat and then just patting down the legs, moving again the energy within your fascia, inside the thighs, outside the thighs, and then just giving yourself a good little massage all the way down your feet. Beautiful. Keeping left leg out long, right's going to come in for seated tree, readjust the body, flex through the toes, spine is long. Take a breath in. Exhale, go ahead and forward fold, hinging at the hips, reaching the chest towards the toes as you press your sits bones down into your mat. Getting in deeper into the outer right hip. If it feels good to you and you have space, adding in the twist, right hand can come to your ankle, left arm swings behind, take a gaze down to your mat. Breathing into the back of the thigh, the outer right hip. Staying for the inhale and the exhale. Awesome. Untwist, come back through center. Both feet together, find butterfly pose. Find length in the spine. Allow your knees to flap just a bit, relaxing the tension in the hip sockets. Readjust the sits bones. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Roll your way down into a forward fold, rounded through the spine. Tucking the chin again in, hollowing out through the belly, doming out your back. Breathing underneath the shoulder blades. Press the hip bones down, maybe even opening up the inner thighs and the outer thighs a little. Staying with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Roll yourself back up into a seat. Right leg goes out long. Left comes in for seated tree. Opposite side. We readjust. Find length in the spine. Flex through your toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips again, reaching the chest towards your toes. Left hip may feel a little stickier. Pausing, breathing in. With each exhale again, just getting in a little deeper. You might even feel tightness in the hamstring on the right side. Again, the breath will help move some of that stickiness, that tightness. Just breathe and be patient with the body opening at its own pace today. Adding in the twist if you like. Left hand towards your ankle, right arm swings behind, gaze down to your mat. Maybe even towards the back of the hip a little bit. Just allow that shift in the eyes where it opens up the left hip even deeper. Stay with the breath. Again, notice what happens in the mind. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Untwist, come back through center. Slowly come back up. Both legs out straight once again. Flex through the toes this time, so not floppy knees. Spine is long. Arms are going to reach up. Inhale. Exhale, now forward fold with two straight legs. Soft bend in the knees still. This is going to get further into the hamstrings and the calves. Stretching the back body, again, similar to a forward fold on how we do it standing, but now we're seated. Wherever your hands fall is perfect. Just allow the body to open. Same thing with the compression on your belly. You don't have a lot of space. Can you work at sending the breath to the back body and the side body? Breathe in, out. Excellent. You're going to come up to seated, and you're going to cross your legs right in front of left in easy seat. Spine is long. Hands are going to be resting on your knees. From here, you're just going to take a breath in. Audible exhale, release, let something go. Beautiful. We're going to do circular motions with the body. So sits bones are anchored down into your mat, and you're just going to create some movement with the upper body. So you're going to inhale forward, we'll start. Exhale, come back. Inhale, your body moves forward and rotates. Exhale, comes back. So you're just creating a circular clockwise motion with the body. Inhale forward, exhale back. Notice if this feels sticky in the body. And if so, just go a little slower until you find what works for you. The expansion in the hips and the outer thighs. Nice. One more round, finishing it off. We meet back in the center, pausing with a straight spine. Opposite direction now, we're going to go counterclockwise. I think I might be mirroring you. So regardless, we're all going to go counterclockwise. And the breath, we're going to start with the inhale at the top with a straight spine. So breathe in. Now exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Going in the opposite direction. You're going counterclockwise now. Notice again, this might be the way that feels awkward. Your breath might want to return back to its natural pattern. See if you can stay with the opposing energy and feeling it in the body. Again, sits bones pressing down, breathing into the left and right hips. Awesome. Coming back through center one more time, straight spine. Switch the cross of your legs. Left leg is going to go forward, right is going to be back. Hands start again on your thighs. We're going to inhale, arms up. And then exhale, right arm drops, left reach over with a rainbow. Palm facing down overhead, maybe even a slight bend in the right side. You want to make sure your left hip doesn't lift. Keep the left hip down as you reach on the side body stretch. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Press yourself back up to a seat. Inhale, arms up once again. Exhale, left hand to your right knee, right arm swings behind, back and down, gaze to the back of your space. Twisting from the diaphragm, opening with each exhale a little bit deeper in the side. Again, left hip's gonna wanna creep up, press it down. Softening with each exhale, deepening in the twist. Take a breath in. and out. Beautiful. We meet back in center. Release that all out. Switch the cross of your legs once again. Right and forward, left behind, long spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm drops down, right reaches over for a rainbow side body stretch. Pressing the hip down, reaching long through the fingertip. You might be able to bend into the left elbow a little bit if you have space to come closer to the earth. Again, each exhale, you're just getting deeper into the pose until you find your point that feels like it's hard to breathe, but you still can breathe through it. Breathe in and out. Awesome. Back through center. Press yourself up. Reset the spine. Just notice again left and right sides, how they feel. Coming back through center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm comes to your left knee. Left arm comes behind and you're twisting to the left. Gaze to the back of your space. Staying with the breath, each exhale twisting, opening up the side. Right hip stays down towards your mat. Breath in and out. Beautiful. Untwist, come back through center, reset, and we find our way down onto our backs. Top of your mat, scoot your way down, slow and steady, till you find a flat back. At that point, your knees can be bent, your knees can be out long, whatever feels best to you. Just give yourself a second to notice what shifted, what feels different in the body, the lightness, the ease, the love that starts to flow, maybe even some joy. Where are you at? Maybe you've surfaced something that's ready to be alchemized that you didn't even know was hiding somewhere in the body and it just showed up. We celebrate those moments, welcoming the opportunity for you to move through pieces that weren't within your awareness just a few moments ago. Let's take a clearing breath right where you're at. Inhale. Audible exhale, let it go. Awesome. You'll bring your feet, plant them hips width distance apart. We're going to do a psoas release. Feet are going to be further away from your glutes. Soft through the feet, soft through the knees. Wiggle out the shoulder blades. Let as much of the spine be on your mat as possible. Hands are out by your sides. Begin to bring some movement into the knees. Soften through the belly, opening up the chest. Knees start to sway side to side, opening up, relaxing through the muscles in the body. Your breath is flowing. Eyes might just soften as the knees are swaying side to side as if they're a curtain blowing in the wind. This is effortless. If there's any part of the body that's gripping, hands, feet, chest, jaw, notice it, relax it, and then come back to a movement that has ease to it. You might want the knees to move super slowly, side to side. You might want the knees to move faster and not as wide. Again, all of these are your choice. You get to tune in to what your body wants in this moment with the intention that you are softening the psoas muscle to allow any sort of stress and tension in the body from that root to start to dissipate. You're doing great. Stay with your breath. Stay with the movement. Stay with what feels great to you right here and right now. We're more than halfway through. Again, option to change. Stay exactly where you're at. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever your body needs right now. We're never the same when we show up on our mat. So that's the importance of tuning in what's important to you versus just allowing yourself to move through the motions to check something off the list. The deeper you tune into the now, the more it allows yourself to relax and release. Full body activation and transmission happening right now as you start to relax and soften the body. Last 15, option to change it up again, really just allowing yourself to connect what feels good to you. Soft belly, soft legs, wiggle out the toes, arches. Where can the heaviness be melted out of the body into your mat? Last 5, loosen the grip. 3, 2, and 1. Pause, find stillness. Notice the sensation, notice the vibration in the body. The energy is already circulating. From that energy, I want you to then move should you be called to. Maybe it's straightening the legs, taking a big good morning stretch, yawning, sighing, what feels good to you right here and right now. Beautiful. We're going to meet with our legs, knees into our chest, creating a little circular motion with the knees if that feels good as you massage your sacrum and your lower back into your mat. Beautiful. Holding on to the right knee, left leg is going to go out to straight. Right knee comes in towards your armpit. Just give yourself a little space on the left side of the hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, spinal twist over to the left-hand side. Right shoulder stays down, gaze off to the right. Breathing into the back body and the side body. Twisting like you're wringing out your lower body. Breathe in and out. Awesome. You come back through center, both knees into the chest once again. Holding on to the left knee this time, right leg works its way out to straight, point through the toes. Left knee comes in towards the armpit. Feel the space in the front of the hip just for a moment. Take a breath in. Spinal twist over to the right-hand side. Left shoulder stays down, gaze off to the left. Noticing where you might need to send your breath on this side. Maybe the angle of the knee is different. Breath in and out. Back through center one more time. Knees into your chest and we take a happy baby. Knees go out wide, grab onto the inner thighs, outer thighs, maybe the ankles or the feet. Chin is tucked, lower back is on your mat. Feet are flexed and pointing up towards the ceiling as if you can stamp your foot. And then maybe the body starts to rock and sway a little bit, creating a little ease into the nervous system. Staying with the breath. Awesome. Letting yourself fully release, arms release, legs release, bringing your legs and arms up towards the ceiling for a dead bug. Relaxing and releasing the heaviness in the legs and the arms. Giving it a good little shake, and then find floppy wrists, floppy ankles. Press the shoulders down, press the hips down, arms and legs work their way up towards the ceiling. Finding that sweet spot where things feel effortless. Again, if the legs are heavy, you can bend the knees slightly. But the more you press your shoulders down and your hips down, the more the legs want to straighten and the arms straighten, but also have ease within them. If the heaviness is still there, give it a good little wiggle and then come back to stillness, letting the reverse flow of blood back into the heart. Beautiful. Take a breath in and out. Bring your knees back in one more time, squeezing yourself in a tight little ball, creating a little tension, maybe forehead towards your knees. And then you're going to let everything go. Legs out long, feet are floppy, hands out by your side, palms facing up for an open heart and to feel to receive, down to feel more grounded and connected. We're going to finish off with a little breathing sequence again to anchor you in a little deeper. Connect into the unconscious, move any energy that didn't have a chance to surface as of yet. Soften, surrender into your mat. Wiggle out any piece of clothing that feels like it is going to be a distraction. Tuck your chin. Soften through the jaw. And then we're going to move into some breath. This round, I'd like for you to do in through the mouth, out through the mouth. So you're going to inhale as if you're sucking in through a straw. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. You're going to try to do the exhale longer than the inhale. Let's take one clearing breath in through the nose. Open mouth, surrender deeper, exhale, let it go. Awesome. Halo breath activated. Let's go. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. From the root of your spine all the way to the crown, take as much oxygen as you can, relaxing, releasing on the exhale, purging it out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. With your own breath at your own pace. Notice, stay connected, let the breath do the work. Out of the mind, into the heart. What is it that needs to be moved? Where does energy need to go? Send it there. Trace your breath in and out of the body as if it is working for you. Maybe even give it a squeeze at the bottom before you take your next inhale in. Or don't rush it. Take your time. What feels good in your body? Again, pace at which you move at is totally up to you. The faster you go, the more you activate, the more breath that comes in, the more you start to circulate. Trust what is happening for you in this moment with your own breath. Wiggle out anything that feels sticky. Stay with the breath. Draw it in, draw it out. Last 30 seconds. What does your body need right now? What do you need to move through? Last big breath in. You're going to take it from the root all the way to the crown. Hold full. Hold at the top of your breath. Full, full, full breath. Notice what happens in the body. Notice what happens in the mind. Notice your heart. Stay full. Feeling the compression, feeling the bigness of your breath. Last 3, 2, 1. Audible exhale, release, sigh it all out. Let the body melt into your mat. Nothing left to do, just to integrate your practice. Final resting pose. Giving yourself the space to be here now, fully in the present. Shavasana. I will guide you out in a couple moments. Notice the mind. If there's any thoughts still active, let them pass through like a cloud in the sky, and then let your breath surrender as well.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Let the water
Bring
wash
awareness back
away
into your breath,
your tears.
lengthening, deepening your inhale and your exhale.
Fire burn away your fears.
Slowly bringing awareness into the body, reawakening yourself from rest. Hands, feet, gentle movements, coming back into the space. Finding your way over onto your right hand side, fetal position, knees into your chest, head resting on your arm like a little pillow, and you pause. Taking a moment in this position of new beginnings, fresh starts. What are you ready to part with? What are you ready to leave behind? How do you want to show up for the future version of you that is waiting for you to step into that power? Take a moment to give yourself gratitude for everything you have, everything you don't have, knowing you are whole and complete just as you are. You bring yourself back up into a seat, finding Sukhasana, eyes closed, soft gaze. We meet with a long spine, sits bones anchored, hands at heart center. Take a bow in reverence to this moment. Collect all the energy as well as your intention. We send it out into the field so it comes back to you even more potent. Take a breath in. Wide mouth exhale, sigh it out. Ladies, it is an honor and a privilege to be your guide. Thank you for showing up and bringing your energy. The light and love in me sees the light and love in each of you. Namaste.